Channel 7's Freedom of Information request asked for many things, but principally to see the minutes of the meeting where the decision was taken to award the contracts to 4Diamond and iSecurity. That would give a major insight into how and why these companies were selected. We also asked which companies were invited to tender. Reportedly, that group of 3 did not include 4Diamond. In total, the FOIA request is a list of 10 specific inquiries of the BAA, a statutory board that the Freedom of Information Act calls a prescribed authority. But the response from the BAA totally ignored its statutory duty to make information public and just shut us down. Their letter says, the former board of directors of the BAA, chaired by Mr. Ricardo Martin, did not seek the approval of the terms of the 2 contracts awarded to iSecurity Limited and 4Diamond Security Limited from the Prime Minister and Minister of Civil Aviation. The BAA's board is currently seeking legal advice relating to the validity of those contracts. The newly constituted board of directors of the BAA is also presently investigating the award of those contracts, and we believe that disclosure of any of the 10 items would prejudice that investigation. End quote. Considering that the co-owner of 4Diamond, Nigel Bulwa, sits on the BAA board and presumably has access to the minutes, while the attorney who wrote up the contract for 4Diamond was also invited to sit on the board, it is unclear how a request for public documents would prejudice any investigation. And on the same day that the BAA sent this newsroom a letter referring to seeking legal advice about the validity of those contracts and investigating the award of contracts, it issued a press release saying all was well, that the BAA had been amicably released from those contracts. And we note the law says that the public has a right to access the documents and that prescribed authorities are required by law to release such documents. Also, the law they invoke about the Prime Minister not approving the contracts was one first highlighted by 7 News 17 days ago, because before we brought attention to it, the Prime Minister certainly professed no knowledge of such a law.
Was I involved with the process? No. Had I known, I would have probably given advice that we need to go a different route.
This letter from the BAA is signed but with no name affixed, consistent with an authority whose board members have still not publicly been disclosed.